Hey, good morning. It is December 8th, 2025. Everything good begins with God. So, we're going to talk this morning about peace, joy, comfort, rejoice. Okay, but we're also going to talk of that in the light of the grace of God. This is going to be attempted a short one, so let's get started. Okay, so a couple verses here. We learned that Paul is our pattern in 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 16. He says that he is the pattern to them which should hereafter believe on him. And then we also understand from 2 Timothy 2:7 that Paul says, consider what I say, and God give thee understanding in all things. Okay, so very important. So if we take those two things and we keep that in mind, Paul is our pattern. And if we consider what he says, he get understanding in all, God will give us understanding in all things. And we go to peace, joy, comfort, and rejoice, right? Um, Take that and think of Paul himself, since he's our pattern. If you study the book of Philippians as one example, Paul is in jail in Philippi, and Paul is it's one of his love books, right? It's not a scathing book like Galatians or Corinthians. And if you don't want to take scathing degree, then it's not a correction book as that. It is a book about love, right? It does correct, but it's more in a love, kind, gentler fashion, I should say, right? So if Paul is in jail in Philippi, which coordinates with a certain chapter in Acts, and he finds joy, peace, comfort, and all that, how can we relate that, right, to us? Well, our jail right now, because we're hid uh, in God, right? Since we're hid, um, what is our jail? This world, circumstances, and all that. So while we're in that jail, is Paul focusing on the jail, on the circumstances under his present environment, or is he taking advantage of that stuff because he's focusing on his hope and he has an understanding? So let's just read a verse in Philippians. We'll do the beginning. I think it's important. Verse 2, it says, grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. He's in jail. I'm going to do a longer video to talk about Roman jail compared to what our jail is. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. So he's thankful, right? And it's not even thankful for him. He's thankful for the remembrance of these Philippians, right? Always in every prayer mind for you all, making requests with joy. So again, and he talks about being confident and all this other stuff on the hope that let's do verse 6. Being confident is very thing that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Jesus Christ. So my point is this, and I'll try and wrap it up, is we have a present evil world. Our pattern tells us that, and I'm considering what he's saying so God can give me understanding. So I accept that, I stand in that, right? So if we're in a present evil world, which is my jail in Philippi based on that pattern, if I can have that focus of Paul, of what I have and not what I have not, or how terrible the circumstances are, albeit true, which the Roman prison is pretty doggone terrible. It's not 3 meals and a cot. If I can have that focusing on the hope, then I won't get distracted by the atrocities of this world. So that was the point of this. Grace, peace, and love.